all Igbos living in Lagos should take note of these two things before supporting Bola Tinubu. Preparation for 2023 presidential election is one of the most trending news recently, as many political parties and players are scheming and strategizing on how to pull out the best candidate that can play against others and win. As reported by Vanguard newspapers yesterday, the Igbo Association in Lagos State has turned deaf ears to Nnamdi Kanu's statement urging Bola Ahmed Tinubu to run for the presidency. Remember that leader of IPOB, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, instructed all Igbo people living in any regions of the country to revolt the 2023 presidential election and focus on securing their own dream nation, Biafra. However, I want to humbly submit that all Igbo people living in Lagos should take note of these two things before supporting Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. They should know that another powerful candidate might arise from Igbo land and will lead to intricacies, as some might spread out to support the latter and thereby leading to split up amongst them. And number two, they should also know that additional Igbos in different states will not be happy with them for misleading them and undertaking another strategy instead of revolting the election as allegedly planned. Well, let's read that again. So the first reason that, Igbos should take into account before supporting Tinubu is that they should know that another powerful candidate might arise from Igbo land. Well, would that change things for Igbos? I mean, would that, because again, the fact is, like, what would that do for Igbos if an Igbo man is, like, why should it matter? And I think for the fact that that is an issue, that is a thing, is like, it shows that our priorities are just not there, because there has not been reparations yet. I mean, that's my personal opinion. There haven't been reparations from the Biafran War. There's never been a reconciliation. There has not been a memorial. There's no apology. Yes, I think that's what I want to say. There has not been any official apology that we know of, that they're teaching everywhere in schools that this happened. So yeah, and it will lead to intricacies, as some might spread out to support and thereby leading to split up amongst them. Also, the number two says they should know that additional Igbos in different states will not be happy with them for misleading them and undertaking another strategy instead of revolting the elections as allegedly planned. But I mean, see, that's the thing. I think that's the thing with if there's not an agreement. For example, let's say every Igbo in Nigeria and outside Nigeria agreed that, well, we're going to fight for Biafra. I think that the progress would be faster. I really think it would. Let's what the comments here says. The first one says, what concerns Igbo with Tinubu's presidential ambition, whether he runs or not, should not be any problem for the Igbo people. Tinubu may have quickly forgotten that he stopped Jonathan from second term, so he wants to be there. That's good, what goes around. Tinubu knows that Obasanjo had taken the southwest slot. It should be the turn of the southeast now. He only wants to spot it for Igbo people. The only people that have time to talk about it are Joe Igbokwe and his co-travelers. Someone says, from the way things are going now, do you see a nation like Nigeria in 2023? Well, I will not be surprised if Tinubu is president. Someone says, as they mention Igbo daily basis in Nigeria because retractable without. What? Guys, grammar. Someone says, it's time for Igbos to be the president of Nigeria. Anybody that has come out that is not from the southeast is the enemies of Igbo. But what does that do for you? Like, what does that do for Igbos? Like, I don't understand. So if the Igbo person is president, so what? So the problems are going to change? I don't understand. Because then people are then more concerned with power rather than living a good life and corruption ending. Because again, it's a thing of pride that your person is a president. But then if your person is a president and not doing their job, are you still proud? Because I don't know how you personally are going to benefit, especially if you're going to be paying their salaries through your taxes. So again, what is the quest? Like, why do you want an Igbo person to be president? And if you look at history, do you even think that would happen? I mean, come on now. You think that the forces above PDP and APC that we do not see will let that happen? We've got to be realistic here. We have got to be like the guilty conscience will not even let them think of that because they know what they have done. Someone here says Igbos anywhere in Nigeria should not accept anything less than president or Biafra. Will they be fools forever? But again, I don't know. I don't know. Because I need to, like, what's the reason? Like, why? Does it matter? Because again, in the same, because we're not going to vote for somebody because they're Igbo. Like, let's be realistic. That's not your prerequisite for being a president. Like, if you happen to be Igbo, that's absolutely fine. But that's not going to be at the forefront of someone. Like, you should not vote for somebody because they come from a tribe. I think this is absolutely wrong. And I think that it doesn't make sense. Because if the person happens to be Igbo, fine. But that's not what we should be looking for. And that should definitely not drive your vote. Absolutely not. If you're going to then. Someone says, God forbid this evil bat as president of this country, okay? And why is that politics everywhere in Nigeria will start with the Igbos and end up with Igbos? The current generation of Igbos should not make themselves stooges anymore. They should cultivate the attitude of investing in their own land. True. Since they are not Nigerians, the issue of a powerful candidate from Igbo should be in Biafra, not Nigeria, if he's serious. Someone says, let me tell you, no true son or daughter of Igbo land will go Tinubu way after where we have where we are. And okay. If you give them money, no problem. Well, it just is what it is, to be honest. The writer is not right, okay? How many times did Igbo support a Yoruba candidate? None. So it is not going to be... The whole voting system needs to be abolished in the country because everything is wrong. Everything is wrong. Like, this is wow. And we're surprised the kind of government that we have. Our bases are scanning as a people. If we're going to choose somebody, it's because they come from this tribe, or because this tribe helped this tribe in one time, because this tribe. Like, listen. And we're surprised we have such government. And if we're not intentional about who we want to put in places of power, then we can't be surprised with what we have now. Like, there's never like a proper, presidential debate. There's never like, we don't grill or drill these what do you call it, candidates, or if they want to be. We don't drill them. However, we don't even look at their past even. Well, they don't necessarily have clean past. But the thing is, our prerequisites for voting, why do we vote for somebody? And I think this comment section just shows it doesn't, because because a tribe supports another tribe, that would drive your vote for somebody to be president. Are you joking? Someone says Biafra is a dead mission that can never be accomplished. Why do you think so? And in replying to this comment, someone says it will be very difficult to achieve. Absolutely, it will be very, very difficult because first of all, the basics. All Igbos have to agree. That's it. Like, and that point there is where everything just falls to the ground. Someone here says, if Tinubu really loves Nigeria and Igbos in particular, fairness and fairness and equity demands that the next president should come from Igbos. Tinubu will be more popular and respected if he drops his ambition and drums support for the Igbos as a sacrifice for the... What are you talking about? You're acting like as if we have angels in power. Well, the fact is, for equity and fairness, well, what if you have an Igbo president or a candidate, and he's not up to standard and he's not par? Would you then be like, oh, fairness and equity demands that an Igbo person should be president? I mean, what does that do? Because the fact is, it's not like as if people or presidents from other tribes have done the best for the country. They haven't. The country has gotten worse. So again, do you want to make it go round? So it will be like as if, okay, fine, at least every person from at least the major regions in the country has a hand in breaking down the country. Is that what you want? Because it's strange. Put what you think about this in the comment section below, and do not forget to like and subscribe.